Hello students, now we are going to discuss role of profit in business. Okay, now one thing which we have to be very much clear about what is important in any business organization. Okay, तो यहाँ दो तरह की चीज़ें बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हैं। क्या हम सिर्फ प्रॉफिट के ऊपर ही डिपेंडेंट रहते हैं या हमारे पास कुछ और चीज़ें भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है फॉर एनी ए बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। मीन्स अगर हम सारा का सारा फोकस प्रॉफिट के ऊपर फिक्स करते हैं तो क्या वो यूजफुल है बिजनेस के लिए, या फिर हमें प्रॉफिट के साथ और कुछ चीज़ों के ऊपर भी फोकस करना ज़रूरी है, so that all those things when combined together are helping us in generating the profits in a wholesome way। मतलब एक होलिस्टिक अप्रोच होनी ज़रूरी है एक बिजनेस की। अगर आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्योर प्रॉफिट मेकिंग के ऊपर फोकस करते हो तो आपके बिजनेस के फेलियर होने के चांसेस ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ आपने ना तो कस्टमर नीड और रिक्वायरमेंट के ऊपर फोकस किया, ना आपने अपनी गुडविल के ऊपर फोकस किया, ना आपने क्वालिटी ऑफ गुड्स के ऊपर फोकस किया। आपने क्या फोकस किया कि एक सिर्फ काम है कि जैसे कैसे करके ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट कमाना है, और उसके लिए आप कोई भी रूल रेगुलेशन, कोई भी वे आउट निकालते हो जिससे आप प्रॉफिट कमा सकते हो। फॉर एग्जांपल, आपके पास आजकल जो है पेंडेमिक की सिचुएशन है हमारे देश में। ओके, तो इस टाइम में भी कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो अपना मुनाफा कमाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो वो कैसे मुनाफा कमा रहे हैं? हैंड सैनिटाइजर्स की सिचुएशन ले लो, या फिर आप फेस मास्क की सिचुएशन ले लो, या जिसमें ट्रिपल प्लाई के मास्क हैं, या जिसमें N95 मास्क हैं, या ग्लव्स की सिचुएशन ले लो, या PPE किट्स की सिचुएशन ले लो। मतलब हर चीज़ में अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट को फिक्स करना पड़ा कि जो आप चाइना से किट्स लेकर आ रहे हो, जो कंपनी चाइना से किट्स लेकर आ रही है, वो एग्जॉर्बिटेंट रेट पे अपना मुनाफा कमा रही थी। मतलब 240 के किट को वो 700, 750, 800 रुपये में बेच रही थी। फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इंटरवीन करके किसी ने कोर्ट में केस फाइल किया, फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इंटरवीन किया और फिक्स किया कि 400 रुपये से उसकी कीमत ज़्यादा नहीं होगी। तो मतलब जिस भी कंपनी ने इस प्रोडक्ट को इतनी एग्जॉर्बिटेंट प्राइस पे बेचने की कोशिश की, तो उसका मेन मकसद क्या था? प्रॉफिट कमाना। और वो प्रॉफिट के अलावा कुछ नहीं सोच रही। जहां ह्यूमैनिटी बहुत बड़े संकट में है, बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रही है, देयर ऑन दीज कंपनीज आर ओनली फोकसिंग ऑन टू द प्रॉफिट अर्निंग। तो यहाँ जो प्रॉफिट है, सो प्रॉफिट कमाना अच्छी बात है, प्रॉफिट इज नेसेसरी फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बट प्रॉफिट शुड नॉट बी द ओनली जॉब ऑफ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। इट शुड ऑल्सो इंक्लूड वेलफेयर ऑफ द कस्टमर, welfare of the employees. It should watch the interests of the shareholders. Okay, it should be responsible towards the government also. It should be responsible towards the society also. तो ये तो एक बेसिक हम समझ रहे हैं कि प्रॉफिट कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है। अगर प्रॉफिट पे हम फोकस रहते हैं तो हम क्या लूज करते हैं, और अगर हम प्रॉफिट को एक होलिस्टिक अप्रोच में लेते हैं तो हम क्या गेन कर रहे हैं। ओके, अब यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आ गया कि जो प्रॉफिट हम कमा रहे हैं उसका मेन जॉब क्या है? क्यों हमें वो प्रॉफिट कमाना ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है एक बिजनेस के लिए? सिर्फ वेलफेयर ऑफ द कस्टमर और एम्प्लॉयज और वेरियस अदर सोशल various other stakeholders is not only important, but profit also plays an important role in any business organization. And what is that role which is being played by profit in any business organization, that we are going to discuss in this topic, that is role of profit in a business. So what is the role of profit in a business? First role of business profit is survival. Okay. So profit provides you a room or a space to survive in the tough competition which you are facing on daily basis. Okay. On regular basis, either price cuts are there, or through innovations are there, or through introduction of new products are there, or through the additional benefits which are being given with the product which is being introduced. So various types of problems are being faced by a business organization, and they have to work in those competitive environment, and to survive in that competitive environment, it is very important for that business organization that it should earn sufficient amount of profit so that it can survive easily in the tough environment which will be posed by the competitors, or by changes in the government rules and regulation, or by various other factors which are going to affect the competition in the market. So to fight with those factors who are changing the competition in the market, who are creating more and more hurdles, profit is most important for an organization to survive all the hurdles, all the competitions which are being created in an organization. Then only it can move ahead, it can grow, or it can earn more benefits. Okay, so that is the first basic reason why profit is required, that to survive in the business, in the tough business environment, where there is lot of competition, lot of changes happening on the regular basis. Okay, that is the first basic aspect. Second important aspect of second important reason why profit is required is that to expand and grow. Expand and grow. Okay. So every business want to expand its area of operation. It want to grow in different fields. Okay. So for that expansion and growth aspects, it is very necessary that these business organizations should be earning sufficient amount of money in the form of profit, which will be retained in the business in the form of retained earnings. It is also known as flowing back of profits. Retained earnings is also known as flowing back of profits. So it is very important that a business, in order to expand and grow, should earn sufficient amount of profit which are being retained in the business for further investment. And that is also known, this retained earnings, the other name for this retained earnings is flowing back of profits, and this profit is being flowed back into the business so that it can expand or grow in size. Okay, or it can expand in various other areas. Now here, why we are only saying that we should earn profits for expansion and growth, rather than we are not depending upon the loans and external borrowings, because profit is the internal money of any business organization, and you can use your profit in the way you want to use it. But in case you are dependent more on external borrowings, you have to comply with the terms and conditions of the creditors, and then you will not be having the freedom to use your money. So in order to avoid that complication, it is very important that we are earning sufficient amount of profits, and that profit is then being further reinvested into the business for the expansion and growth programs. That is the another important reason why profit earning is important. Okay, then another is it is a measure of efficiency. Okay, so the another important reason why we need to earn more and more profits is that when a company is earning more and more profit, it shows to its investors that this company is being governed properly. Management of this company is doing good, they are performing their job in a better way, and they are getting the sufficient amount of returns on the money which they have invested into the business, and that earning of profit shows the quality of governance, the quality of management, and the efficiency of the organization, means efficiency of the employees, the managers, the various other aspects which are involved into production activities, that they are being used in the most optimum manner, most efficiently, and hence is helping us in earning more and more profits. That is the another important reason why profit earning is important, that profit earning gives us an indication that the business is being run in an efficient and effective manner. That is the another important reason why profit earning is important. Okay, another is it is a reward of, it is a reward of risk being borne by business. Okay, so profit is the reward for the risks any business is taking. कि आपको risk of losing the product while in voyage, or by risk of fire or theft, or losses in competition because of introduction of new products. So various types of risks are being faced by a business organization, and this profit is used to cover up those risks which any business organization might suffer or may suffer in the coming future. Okay, so to cover up those risks which are most probably being suffered or can be suffered by any organization in the coming future, profit plays an important role to cover up all those losses which they are going to face in the coming future. And that is why we say that profit is important for an organization, because it acts as a reward or the risk which has been taken by the business. It acts as a reward for the risk which has been taken up by the business, and that is another important reason. Okay, then there is, it helps in maintaining, helps in maintaining goodwill, oblique reputation. Okay, as a business is earning more and more profits, so it is generating more and more goodwill, that the business is being governed in a most efficient and effective manner. Hence, that is why this business is earning more and more profits. Okay, so that goodwill attracts more and more investors towards the business, and it helps the business to grow and expand in the coming future. So this profit is the another reason, the goodwill or the reputation of the firm is being increased, and in order to expand that reputation and goodwill of the firm, we need to earn more and more profit, which will help us in grow further and expand further. So it will be attracting, this goodwill will be attracting more and more investors towards the business, because investors are feeling that business is performing good work, they are performing better, and that's why they are generating more profits, and that profit is generating more reputation of the business in the market, which is attracting new investments towards the business. That is the another important reason. Okay, then there is the point which we discussed earlier, that profit should not be only objective. Why? Okay, because it prompts corrupt practices. Okay, what are those corrupt practices? Either we will reduce the quality, or we will cartelize with various other companies who are working in the same market, and will create a monopoly situation where the customer has to buy whatever is being offered, the customer has to pay whatever is being charged from them. So that is the corrupt practice, or we bribe the officials, the government officials, to leak out the trade secret or official secrets, the policies which will be formulated by the government with respect to the business. So that is the corrupt practices which will be promoted in any society, because business wants to earn more and more profits, and to generate those profits they will bribe, they will deal in they will perform the corrupt activities in the organization, in the system, and hence this will increase the corruption. That's why profit should not be the only objective of any business organization. Second is, it leads to exploitation. Leads to exploitation. Okay, so there are various types of exploitation. One is emotional exploitation, then another is physical exploitation, then there is financial exploitation is there. So various types of exploitations are there. Okay, that they are asking the workers to work for more and more hours at lower wages. That is the first type of exploitation, where physically they are being harassed to work more, but financially they are being, economically they are being harassed by paying less salaries for the more amount of work they are doing. So that is, then emotionally they are being harassed, that they are being threatened that they will be thrown out of jobs at any point of time. That is the emotional harassment of the workers or the employees in an organization. They are also providing poor quality of goods and services to the consumer. So value for money is not being taken care of, but they are charging more and more prices for the services they are providing to the consumer. That is the another important exploitation which is happening. So that is why in order to avoid these types of exploitations, it is very important that profit should not be the sole objective of any business. Okay, then it is not in the long term, it is not beneficial in long term. Okay, in short term we can say yes, we want to earn more and more profit, but in long term, if you continue to focus on earning more and more profits through to hit and trial method, or through corrupt practices, or through exploitation, it will reduce the reputation of the company in the market, and slowly and steadily if the quality is poor, slowly and steadily the consumer will leave the company or the organization because of the poor quality of goods and services. The workers will start leaving jobs in those organizations and start shifting to the competitors. in the organization. Okay, so it is very important that if we are not taking care of various stakeholders in long term, the profit formula which is being accepted in the organization will fail, because if you are focusing more of your attention on just profit making and show your irresponsibility towards the various stakeholders in a long term period, that will harm the interest of the business only. So it is not good for the business to focus itself on the profit making in the longer time period. So that's the reason why profit should not be the only objective of the business. Now we are moving on to the last topic, which is known as business risks. Okay, so what are those business risks are there? So we are now going to work on the next topic, which is business risks. Okay, so what is business risk? It is the uncertainty to earn profits while performing various economic activities in an organization. Okay, these risks can be due to quality, okay, due to transportation, okay, or while manufacturing. These risks can arise okay. So while transporting goods from one place to another, you can face these risks. You can face risk of lack of quality, due to which the market of the business organization can fail. Okay, some defective goods are being produced, which can create the problem. Or while carrying out the manufacturing activities, we can also be facing the risks. So these risks are divided into two types of risks. One is your speculative risk, okay. Another is your natural risk, okay. So, or which we can say, or pure risk, okay. So, what is a pure risk, or what is a speculative risk? That is to be okay. Speculative risks are those risks which arise due to speculations, okay. Due to speculations, i.e., there is possibility of gain or loss, taking into consideration circumstances. Okay, taking into consideration change in circumstances. Okay, circumstances, i.e., preference of consumers, preference or tastes of consumers, change in technology. Okay, preference or taste of consumer, change in technology. Okay, or due to fluctuations in demand because of earning capacities. Okay, तो ये कुछ risks हैं जो because of certain conditions we are facing certain types of risks. Okay, what these risks are basically, these risks arise due to speculations. Speculation क्या है कि there is a possibility either the gain or the loss will be suffered, and that happens due to change in circumstances, and these circumstances are arising due to change in preference or tastes of the consumer, change in technology of production, or due to fluctuations in demand because of change in earning capacities of the individuals. That is what the speculative risk is basically concerned with. Then there is a pure risk is there. Pure risk is that it involves the possibility that there will be loss or no loss. Okay, so it involves there is possibility of loss or no loss. Okay, for example, loss due to fire, theft, spillage, accident. Okay, so here either the loss will happen or it will not happen, means either fire will be there or fire will not be there, or theft will happen or will not happen. Okay, or there will be an accident while transporting the goods or while production of the goods, or there will not be any accident. So this risk is of pure nature. If some accident happens, you are going to suffer the loss. If no accident happens, there is no chance of suffering the loss. Same is with the fire. If you face that the goods are being destroyed by fire, you suffer a loss. But if there is no such incident of fire has happened, you will not suffer the losses. So such type of losses are coming under the definition of pure risks or natural risks. Okay. Now nature of business risks is, first nature is uncertainties. Okay. Business risk arises due to uncertainties. As we have discussed in the features of the business, that business is an economic activity which involves earning a profit because of the factor of uncertainties. If the things or the events are happening on certain basis, then it will be either profession or it will be employment. But in case of business, you can be suffering huge amount of losses, or there are chances to earn huge amount of profits. So those uncertainties are prevailing in a business, and that is the very first reason why business risks arise, because every business is filled with lots and lots of uncertainties which create the opportunities as well as which threaten the existence of the business organization. Another important reason is risk is another important feature is risk is essential part. Risk is essential part of business. Okay, if there is no risk of suffering losses, then it cannot be considered as business, then it will be only the employment or profession where you are going to get your money in all conditions, whether your work is completely satisfying the customer or not, but you will certainly get the salaries, okay, or earnings from the organization. Okay, but if we are going if we are talking about business, so business will involve risk, because it is this risk factor which is helping the business to earn profit and expand and grow in various other territories. So this risk of losses which a business suffers is actually being rewarded with the help of profits. Okay, that is the another important. Then there is degree of risk degree of risk depends upon nature and size of business. Okay, it depends upon nature and size of business, कि आपका नेचर कैसा है, आपकी ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंसर्न है, स्पेकुलेटिव बिजनेस है, कैसा बिजनेस है. जिस बिजनेस में बहुत ज़्यादा वॉलेटिलिटी है, बहुत ज़्यादा अनसर्टेनिटीज़ हैं, वहाँ पर रिस्क बहुत ज़्यादा होगा. और जिस बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अनसर्टेनिटीज़ बहुत लिमिटेड हैं, ओके, प्रॉफिट अर्निंग कैपेसिटीज़ भी लिमिटेड हैं, और जिसका साइज़ भी छोटा होगा, और जो बड़े साइज़ का है उसमें रिस्क ज़्यादा है, जिसका साइज़ भी छोटा होगा वहाँ जो अमाउंट ऑफ रिस्क है वो रिलेटिवली कम होगा. सो दैट इज़ दी अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट aspect, that is risk depends upon the nature and size of business. Okay, another important thing is profit is the reward. We have discussed this, that in point number 2, that risk is essential, risk is rewarded with the help of profit. So profit acts as a reward for taking so much of the risk or bearing so much of the uncertainties, because that profit helps provides us the satisfaction of bearing that much of the risk or taking so much of the tensions for carrying out the business activities. So if you don't want to earn extraordinary profits, you can do employment or professional activities, but if you really want to earn sufficient amount of profits, it's very important you should take up the risk, and the quantity of risk or the amount of risk you are going to take, the more money you are going to earn in the form of profits. So that is the another important aspect. Okay, so profit is a reward for the amount of risk which you are going to take up. Okay, so that is the 4 features of a business risk. Okay, then there is causes of business risk. Okay, so what are the various causes of a business risk? First one is human cause. Okay, means human being are not, first thing, humans are not trained, okay, second, negligence while doing work. Okay. Third, human. Another is pressure of more and more productivity, more production. Okay. Fourth is no rest breaks while doing job leads to accidents. So, human resource causes. Either they are not trained enough or they are not having that much of the skills to handle the machine. Thus, time and again they are leading to breakage of the machine or wear and tear of the machine, or machine is causing accidents. Okay, so it is very important that human beings should be properly trained. They should be given sufficient amount of skills so that they can handle the machine in a proper way. Second is that they are performing their job in a negligent way, easy going, casual. They are talking to each other while doing the work, and suddenly something goes wrong. That is the another reason. That can be the another cause, human cause, which lead to wear and tear or breakage of the machinery. Third important human cause is that they are under the pressure to produce more and more units of a particular product, and that pressure of producing more and more units of goods is putting pressure onto the minds of human being, due to which accidents are being caused. Okay, or the human beings are working without any rest breaks, and that because of that fatigue they are now becoming inefficient, and they are leading that is leading to accidents in an organization. That these are the some of the human causes which are leading towards the risks. Okay, so that is what the risks, or they can be causing risk of lack of productivity due to strikes. Okay, स्ट्राइक्स हो गई हैं, और या मैनेजमेंट की इनएफिशिएंसी हो रही है, जिससे प्रोडक्शन डाउनफॉल हो रहा है। सो और इनएफिशिएंसीज आ रही हैं बिजनेस में। तो ये कुछ एस्पेक्ट्स हैं जो ह्यूमन कॉजेज से लिंक्ड हैं। फिर है आपके पास नेचुरल कॉजेज। ओके, so nowadays we are going through one of the biggest natural cause of losses in the business, that the pandemic has arisen, okay, on the map of the world, and everything which was doing very well till January, Feb or March has been shut down, and there is zero productivity, and the business houses are suffering huge amount of losses because of this natural cause. Okay, so that is what the natural cause is, that you are not deliberately doing something, but something happens on its own. Like if somewhere, like if rain happens while harvesting of the crop is happening, so it affects the crop's productivity, coloring and moisture contents. Same way, if lightning strikes on some home or on some business organization and causes fire in that business organization, that is a natural cause of the losses which are being suffered. Okay, or there is an earthquake, that is also, or tsunami is there, that is another reason for causing the losses to the business organizations, and that is what the natural cause is. Okay, then there is your another important cause is economic causes. Okay, change in demand and supply. Okay, because cheaper version is available. Okay, second, innovative product at same price is available. Okay, or it can be due to increased competition between companies, demand and supply factors get affected. Okay, or change in monetary policies, change in monetary policy. Okay, तो ये कुछ इकोनॉमिक कॉजेज हैं which can affect the business. Okay, or we can have the tax implications. Okay, so change in demand and supply can be happening due to heavy taxes. Heavy taxes makes the goods costlier. Okay, so you are available with less amount of disposable income which is available with you, or you are or the goods which you are going to purchase, they are being taxed heavily. For example, if we charge taxes on alcohol these days, more and more charges are there, so it will become costly and people will stop drinking alcohol. Same way on cigarettes, more and more taxes are being charged every year in order to reduce its consumption. So tax implication is that when we charge more and more tax, the product become costlier and less number of people will consume that product. Okay, or the demand and supply is affected because the competitor has introduced a cheaper version of the product. Okay, so that is another reason, or it has introduced an innovative product at the same price of the competitor. That is the another reason of demand and change in demand and supply, or increased competition in various other ways also, that is causing change in demand and supply. Then change in monetary policy or fiscal policy of the government or Reserve Bank of India. Monetary policy of Reserve Bank of India and fiscal policy of Government of India, when they changes, when they become dearer, it affects the money availability, where money supplies in the market. If money supply decreases, demand cannot be expanded, and if money supply increases, demand can be expanded. So it on the other hand, it affects the supplies also. So these are some of the economic reasons that monetary policy changes, it affects the availability of the funds, the interest rates. Okay, tax implication, higher the taxes, more will be the cost of the product, thus less will be the demand. If cheaper version is there, so also your demand for your costly product reduces and you move over to the other product. Okay, or when a company is on regular basis introducing innovative products in the market, so consumer leaves the previous product and demands for the new, that is also the reason. So these are some of the reasons because of which business risks are happening. Okay, another important is your other causes like government policies, exchange rate changes, or the mechanical failures like bursting of a boiler or various other reasons. So that is other reasons are there. Stock market reactions are there. Stock foreign exchange rate reactions are there. Okay, then mechanical faults are there. So all these are the various factors which are causing risk. So we have to take care of all these factors. So this is how this chapter is over. Thanks.